Wow!
Yeah. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Fina. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. So it is 2025 and we want to do things better. We want to be the best version of ourselves this year. Obviously people are doing their vision boards and their goals for the year. And for me, I really reflected last year, and it was the end of last year, to see exactly what things I've been doing to damage my hair. And it kind of hit me like a ton of bricks when I went to my silk press and started to kind of see how a lot of my techniques and a lot of things were damaging my hair. So the first thing that I noticed in the last year especially that contributed in my hair being quite severely damaged was doing my deep conditioning sessions longer than the recommended time. So if you were on YouTube at the peak of the natural hair movement, you would know that deep conditioning your hair overnight, deep conditioning for like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, or even deep conditioning under your hat or whatever while you're going out to the bathroom running your errands, that was the norm. That was almost encouraged, you know? And I think a lot of us have taken those bad habits and continued on. While if you talk to professionals, if you even go do your hair in the salon or whatever, you're not there for like more than 30 minutes, maybe 40 max under a hooded dryer, you know, letting the product seep into your hair, you know. And now, you know, what I do is if I have a bit of time, I would sit with my steamer for like 20-30 minutes and that's it, you know. I will also read the back of the packaging. Like if you actually turn the back of the packaging, most masks and deep conditioners will have exactly how long you need to leave the products on for. I don't know why we're going over that. Those products were made for your hair, especially if you're using the right products. If you're using a strengthening treatment for kinky curly hair, what's prescribed is there for a reason. And then there are other products obviously that work for a broad range of hair types. It would be there. It would be there for you. So there's no need to be doing all the extra bits, okay? You're actually damaging your hair long term because you're leaving your hair in a wet state for too long, and that can actually cause hydro fatigue. I'm going to put on the screen where is it? Maybe here. I'm going to put on the screen what hydro fatigue is. Pause to read. Yeah. The second thing that I was doing then was I was going to bed without a bonnet or a scarf sometimes because I was very tired. And I'm going to tell you why with the last point, why this was happening. Well, that was just a lazy thing and it could have been avoided. But if you've ever been super tired for whatever reason and you just want to hit the bed, or you're just glad you made it to bed, then you would know this reason. But to be honest, having a satin or silk pillowcase can really help in this case. So were just times where I've, you know, laundry is just backed up or whatever, so I actually don't have it on hand, or I just forgot to put it on and then I just hit the bed and I don't have anything protecting it. And then also walking around the house and like falling asleep on the couch or whatever, I wouldn't have my bonnet on and I'll be rubbing my hair, you know, on the couch surface. My couch is not a smooth surface as well, so those kind of things were also helping. It was helping the damaging process. It was encouraging it, you know, and I didn't want that. No. Yeah, that was a big one for me because it was just a very stupid, silly one, you know. I could have done better. The third reason, I wasn't washing my hair as often as I should have been. I wasn't taking care of my hair that way. And before you say, oh, dirty hair grows, dirty hair is healthy hair or helps with your hair. No, it doesn't. I'm sorry. I don't know where that myth came from, but for me particularly, I love to wash my hair. And because of the kind of natural that I am, or actually no, the kind of person that I am, I don't really like to do too much to my hair. So what I mean by that is that I would basically wash my hair, put it in a style, say if it's in twists or whatever, and then I can leave it in that twist for a few days, and then when I'm, you know, going out or doing whatever, or going somewhere where I want my hair out in a certain style, I'll unravel the twists or the braids or whatever, and you know, I'll have it like that, and then next wash day repeat the cycle, or I can style it from wash day and that'll be my style for like about a week or so. And that was it. I don't like to do the whole moisturizing midweek thing. It was just too much not mishandling, it was too much handling of my hair, and it was too much work for me as well. I just didn't have the time, so it didn't make sense for me to be doing that. So this was the routine that's worked for me for years. And what happens then is that instead of just doing that weekly, I started doing that once every 2 weeks, 3 sometimes, and it was too much. My hair was getting too dry in between. I wasn't like, in that case, if I was pushing it out that long, what I should have just done is re-moisturize my hair and do my LCO method again, but I wasn't doing that. If you don't know what LCO method is, pause to read. Thank you. And that's it. So I wasn't doing that, as my hair was just drying out, and it was just really bad for my hair. And yeah, I needed to do better. The reason why this was damaging my hair is because my hair was getting dry and brittle, and basically just, and my ends were screaming. I just wasn't keeping my hair moisturized. And if you know anything about healthy, curly, kinky, coily hair, is that you need to keep it moisturized. You need to keep up with your moisturization, your strengthening treatments, and all these things, just to get that nice protein and moisture balance, and also just keep your hair hydrated and moisturized. And normally I'm on top of this. Like right now, my hair feels good, it feels luscious. It's like I've kept up with that routine, and I can see the difference. And obviously my hair is shorter now because I paid for it last year. What number am I on now? Is I was only getting curly cuts. I've gone down a rabbit hole of while curly cuts are not great for your hair. I only found out recently, and after Camilla from Freeborn Noble mentioned that, oh, you only get curly cuts, and I was like, yeah. And then I was like, yeah, I wear my hair in its natural state more. And I can't remember if she really expanded on why. I don't remember us having that conversation, but I remember after the whole drama with my ends looking horrible and having to get a major cut done. I think she cut like 3 or 4 inches off my hair. I'll show a video of what it looked like. I'm exaggerating the length, but basically the front of my hair used to fall here, guys, when I did my braid outs, and it's over here right now, so that's a big difference. Anyway, so yeah, so we ended up cutting a lot of the hair off because my ends were horrible. And I then started doing research into the whole curly cut thing, and I saw African Hair God mention that doing curly cuts only is actually really bad for your hair, because you can't really see damage when you do curly cuts, and also your hair is cut, and like, you know, it's like the ends are kind of like mismatched, and I realized that what he was saying made sense for me. He was saying that detangling becomes really hard to do because your ends are at different lengths, so they tangle more, and that was my case as well. My hair was a nightmare to detangle after a while, so I think my ends were just so damaged to the point that it was just a nightmare to detangle. Final point is that I did not take postpartum care very seriously. And when I mean postpartum care, I mean when it comes to my health. So I was very overwhelmed. If you don't know anything about my birth story, I will probably talk about it some other time on this channel. But I have a post on my Instagram. I don't know how long it's going to be up for, but it's there. You can go kind of read a history of what happened with my birth and the nature of it. But basically, I didn't know that you were supposed to take, like, you could take postnatal vitamins. I think that's the right thing to say, postnatal vitamins. And especially for me, I'm still breastfeeding, and it is a loss on your body. Your body is like basically taking nutrients from yourself to continue to help make breast milk and all that for your baby, kind of similar with like when you were pregnant. And that's what I gathered anyway from some research. I have a really high milk production as well, so I think there was just a lot of nutrients being taken from my body, so my hair felt the difference. And I was actually going to do a video where I was going to talk about what took my edges, whether it was this style here or if it was the baby, basically, because I did it right after I had a baby, and basically my edges afterwards were not cute. And it's pretty much recovered. A lot of my edges are like they're glued a bit, not glued, they're laid a bit, so you can't really see much, but yeah, they're growing back again, basically. And to be honest, I don't know why I find it so funny and why I'm laughing right now, because it's not funny. I've never had to deal with like thinning edges or losing my edges or whatever, so it was a bit of a shock for the system. But I started taking those postnatal vitamins later. It took months later, but I think they're helping with the fact that I'm also going back to you know, tension-free hairstyles as well. Those two things have been helping a lot. And yeah, so I think it was just a combination of all these 5 things that really led to my hair going through it last year. And I think it's not just last year, I think maybe the past 2 to 3 years, all these things have kind of caught up to me. So if you're pregnant right now, just look after yourself and make sure you eat healthy and take all your vitamins as well while you're pregnant and after, before, during and after your pregnancy. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for sticking around for this video. Which one of these points best describes you and what you're doing to damage your hair? Let us know below. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.